wasallam to his family, friends, and followers. I'm Bakri Sangaji from Darussalam Bacaan Islamic Boarding School, Maluku. Today, I'd like to deliver a speech by the title, Make the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is an example of tolerance. Ladies and gentlemen, you have Instagram, right? And some of us have TikTok. At TikTok, we often see videos of young women wearing inappropriate clothes and dancing inappropriately. We always often hear some teenagers consuming drugs and going to pub doing free sex is also coming right now. It's ironic and pathetic, isn't it? How can something like that happen to this generation? Who exactly they choose to be role model to decide things in life? Ladies and gentlemen, do you know the Prophet Muhammad? The Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is an example for Muslims. From the way he talk, his movement, and his silence are good example for Muslims. Well, I'd like to tell you an interesting story about him. One day, Rasulullah was visited by Quraysh people who felt that his preaching began to upset their interest. They turned to Abu Talib and inquired, does Muhammad want wealth, throne, or women? Even they approached Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and asked him to stop his preaching by offering treasure so that the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam would be the richest man in Makkah. He was offered the throne so that he would be the most powerful man. He was also offered any woman in the city he wanted. But it turned out that the offers were rejected by the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And then he said, if the sun could be placed on my right hand and the moon could be placed on my left, I wouldn't leave this preaching until God warned me, or it would be better to die in this fight. His answer was explicit. However, they didn't lose their mind, so they tried to say again, what if we could just take turns worshiping your God for a year and you worship our God for a year? They mean mixing their worship with his. That's why the descent of the letters of Al-Kafirun, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. صدق الله العظيم. لكم دينكم ولي دين means the principle of Muslim not to symbolize what other religion, and other religion do not worship what is worshipped by Muslim. The last is the principle of tolerance, provided by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, which means for you, your religion, and for me, my religion. Nowadays, a lot of people are talking about tolerance. However, they forget that tolerance is not about what we trust. Because for others to trust what we trust is not tolerance at all. What is tolerance? Tolerance is that we know what we worship and why we do that, then allow others to not do what we do. As specifically, our attitude toward others or those of other religion. Especially our attitude toward others or not to other religion. Especially our attitude toward others or those of other religion. It's definitely strange for some people to say that Muslims' tolerance to other religion is follow their religion's festivals, or consume their attributes, or congratulate them when they celebrate their worship. It's not tolerance, but it's called Asbabul Nuzul al-Kafirun's ledger that combines the right with the wrong. Tolerance in Islam means we trust that God is one, but we do not force them to acknowledge God is one. Permit them understand what we understand. Tolerance is letting them celebrate what they trust. Why? Because this is based on Aqidah, and their worship is something that Muslims should not follow. When they celebrate their worship, they are a part of it. And that worship, we cannot follow them. Because for you is your religion, and for me is my religion. That's all my speech. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you Bakri, penampilan yang luar biasa. Anda sudah memberikan penampilan yang baik hari ini. Nanti kita bertemu kembali saat pengumuman penilaian babak perempat final ini. Semoga Anda bisa lanjut ke babak berikutnya. Baik, terima kasih.
Sama.
Pak Haji, ini masih ada 3 orang yang belum ini Pak, masih belum masuk.
Sebelah kiri bagian pos ini.
Kita masih menunggu aja. Ya.
Kalau kemarin itu belum.
Siap Pak, lanjut aja rapatnya Pak, aman. Siap-siap, Pak. Heeh.